it's Jamie Scrap and Stampers. I have 2 cards to share with you guys today. I did some summer themed cards, getting in the mood for summer. I am having a birthday giveaway challenge. I'm to make summer themed cards so that I do some inspiration for you guys. And I use these 2 stamps. They're really cute. They're from the new release. This one's Teddy and this one's Millie. They're both available in the shop. You can use the birthday promo code, which is BDayLove. You get 15% off, and when you spend $41, you're going to see a $2 discount in your shopping carts. So you can pick those cuties up, and I'll share the first card with you. This one is using the little girl Millie. She's so cute, and I love how she's just chomping on that watermelon, and it looks so juicy. And I added glossy accents to the watermelon, of course. I also did glossy on this one, and it says "Life is a Picnic," and I have the little ant carrying off the watermelon. So I thought that would be really cute with this stamp. This is a CC Design stamp as well. I'll have the link down below to this set. I think there's one left in the shop. And all I did was colored a little tuft of grass for her to stand on. And then I just made a pretty cluster of flowers here and added this beautiful trim here in this beautiful green color. I layered some white underneath it so it would pop a little bit more. And I got this trim from My Paper Passion on Zibbit, and it's one of my favorites because it has a little beaded little beads sewn into the trim. And I just thought it was so cute with this card. And this paper collection is that paper that Jessica gave me that I've been using on all my cards lately. And on the inside, I just stamped the little ants marching along here. And on the back, I have this designer paper. So I thought this card is really, really cute. But then I went ahead and made another card using Teddy here, and I thought this card is just so adorable. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did the background on this card. So if you stick around, I'm going to do the background for you guys so you can see exactly how I got that look. And I just colored her with Copic markers. I shined up her inner tube. I shined up the ball, the little pail, and the shovel. And I did put some glitter on the sand here. And the glitter that I used is the Stickles. It's a Distress Stickles. It's not very like shiny. It's kind of dull. So it's perfect for the sand because I didn't want it to look like, you know, sparkly glitter. And I just stuck it on there with this. It says Distress Stickles. It's like a glue. And then I just tied the little bow with the little sand dollar piece there. And then this says "Life's a beach, enjoy the waves." And I got that little sentiment and all the little elements you see from these stamps here. I had these in my stash. They're stamps from Darcy's. They're really cute. This is the sentiment that I used on this one, and then I used all these guys up here and the little starfish. And the Stitch Square is the little Lawn Fawn dies. So I used those. So I'm going to show you how I did the background. Okay, so what I did was I took some inks that I had, some Distress inks and some Studio G inks, and I just took a piece of felt, or take your ink blotter or whatever you have, get some ink on there. Practice first on a scrap piece of paper because you don't want to like put a big thing and smudge it like that. You don't want that happening. So ink it up, kind of get it going so that it starts to spread on there smoothly. Okay. And then you're gonna want to stick it on a piece of paper so you could kind of swirl it before you put it onto the paper. So first I'm going to create like the ocean. So I'm going to do it down here and just go across. And then I'm going to roll it around to do the sky. I want the sky lighter, so I'm just going to do this. Okay. And then I should use a bigger piece of paper. Okay. Because it's gonna leave that mark there. Okay, so now I want my ocean to be a little bit darker, so I'm gonna get some more blue ink on there. And then if you have different shades of blue, go ahead and use them to make variation. So okay, like that. And then I wanted to look like either there was another shore in the background, or it could be like where the sun is kind of setting. You know how you get those pretty colors. So I'm gonna take actually this pink color with this wild honey. So this pink one is the picked raspberry. So I'm just going to take very little bit of that pink and make sure I dab it off. And I'm just going to do a line right where I think the sunset is going to be. So like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do the wild honey in the same area. This is great if you don't know how to, you know, color in a background, or you're not very good at it. This is just a good way to do a quick background, and I think it looks really cool. So I'm going to do some more blue, and I want to do this darker blue. And just keep playing with it till you get what you like. Okay, so there's my little scene, and then I'm going to show you how I did the sand. So all you need is some kind of cardstock that looks like sand. So I'm using just craft color. And so what I'm going to do is just going to tear it. So I'm just going to tear it. just gonna make little hills. Okay, so there's 3 layers that I'm going to do, and each one is going to go underneath like this. Okay, and then you're gonna if you want it to look more separated, the hills, take some ink that's close in the color that you're using, and just brush it on the top. Okay. This is probably not the best ink color because it has a little bit of a green tint to it. It's that frayed burlap. I'm not going to add too much of it. Just a little bit. And then I also kind of like pounced on top of it just to give it some like texture. Just give it some extra interest. Okay, so then after that, okay, so what I'm going to do is put all these together like this, and then I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine with the stitch square, because that's the same one that I used here. Okay, so if you don't have a die cutting machine, just cut your square and then cut this the same size as this and then tear it. So then it'll fit perfect on the square. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here are my layers. After I ran it through, you see it's got the stitches on it and it's going to fit right on here. So before gluing this, I'm gonna sugar them up so they look sandy. So I'm just gonna take this and sugar them up, and then to glue this, you're going to want to glue the top one first, and don't put glue all the way to the top, just on the bottom. That way it's still open, so you could tuck all your little your things inside, like the shovel and the ball or whatever you have that you want to tuck in there. Okay, so each one will be open on the top. Okay, so I will be back. So here are the layers all glittered up. So I'm just going to put the first one on top first. I'm going to use glossy accents for this. And I'm just going to put the glue on the ends and on the bottom, because I want the top to still be able to, so you could tuck things in. So I want my first layer to go there. And then the second one, same thing, glue on the ends and on the bottom layer, on the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to add the last layer to this. Just line it up like that. And then I like to just put my embossing plate on top of it so it could dry nice and flat, because I did use glue. So now you can just tuck your little things in there. So that's how it looks. Really simple to create, and it looks really cute. So I hope you guys like this this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys soon.